Okay guys, I got all three of the Haloview cameras installed now. I actually made use of the bracket that Haloview sent me, which I told you I'd probably find a use for it. I mounted it underneath the sun visor. Behind the sun visor there's actually two bolts, which you can't get to unless you take the sun visor off. But what I did is I mounted it up into that bolt, or I took the bolt out and I put the bolt back through the stainless steel bracket that they sent with the camera itself. As you can see, it's not going anywhere. And then I mounted the camera mount itself right to the stainless steel bracket. Now on the outside cameras, this actually took me by surprise. These mounts that they send with the camera actually match the bolt holes for the cross brace on our mirror. As you can see, the two bolts underneath there. I hope you can see those. So we was able to mount those cameras right onto the mirror, and I mean, look at it. They're as solid as the mirror is. If those come off, the mirror's coming with it. Let's just put it that way. And I've got one right there. This one right here. And like I said, they work absolutely beautiful. Alright, so as you know, we used to have the monitor up here in the front, but then we got to thinking we really don't need the monitor up here in the front. So what we decided to do was mount the camera back here. And yes, this is at the foot of our bed. There's the head of the bed. And I'll tell you the reason we did this. When we are stopped overnight, this thing gives you a whole nother peace of mind, because when you're sitting in the truck or you're laying in the truck and you got the curtains pulled and you can't see outside, besides with your side windows, but if somebody's messing around down the side of your truck or your trailer, you can't see. This thing allows us to see outside at night when we're back here in the sleeper. So as you can see, it's recording. Even when we're at home, we leave it record. We just let it record over the weekend while we're home. Each one of these cameras actually have volume. So we have the volume on the internal camera shut off, but the volume on the external cameras are turned on. So if somebody's out there messing around, we can hear it. And we can choose to turn the volume up or down, whichever way you want to go. That way you can hear it louder at night. But here's the views. Do a little review for you guys on, or not really a review, but do a little demonstration for you guys on the views. So what we got here is the 3-camera system. This is our front facing. Obviously this one's our driver's side and this one's our passenger side. Now we don't have a trailer on right now because we're at home, but when you've got a trailer on here, you can see clear to the back of that trailer on both sides. Where we mounted them there up on top of that mirror just gives it just enough angle that it shoots down alongside the trailer and you can actually see all the way down the side of the trailer. Alright, so that's one view. That's the view we choose, and that's the 4-screen. We don't have a 4th camera, that's why it's saying no signal on that one. Alright, the next camera view you can do, we've got this one set up also, and what this one will do is it'll actually scan through each view, and I've got it set for a 10-second scan. Now to go to camera 2. And then you give it 10 seconds, and then it'll go to camera 3. And there's camera 3's view. Now it'll just keep cycling through those views, one after another after another. Every 10 seconds it'll cycle through another camera view. And there's the front facing camera. Okay, another optional thing you can do here. You can just leave it on one view. This is camera 1, and it will just stay on this camera view. It will continuously record this camera view. Now you can see record up here. It is recording all 3 cameras at the same time. This is just the view you're getting, the view that you're seeing personally, not the recording view. You can manually switch it to view number 2. My personal favorite, view number 3. Any of you guys that drive semi know that there is plenty of companies out there that you have to blindside into their dock. The absolute beautiful thing about this is I have watched this as I was doing a blindside back, and this thing will keep that trailer in view until you're almost at a 90-degree angle. This thing's a game changer for blindside. I know getting out and looking is definitely the number one thing to do for a blindside back, but man, does this thing make it nice. And there's one cord, I just got it setting back behind our steps here. There's one cord, let me show you. There's one cord, you see the red light? That's it. there's no other wires running to this DVR or this monitor system, so I can just unplug that, take the whole camera, which is just on a thumb screw back here, undo the thumb screw, take the whole camera up, set it on my dash while I'm doing a blindside. It takes, and I'm not even kidding, it takes 10 seconds to unplug that, remove this from the mount, and set it on my dash. So I can use this thing while I'm doing a blindside back, and on this view, oh, it's so nice. It just makes things so much easier. These views that I have shown you, those are not the end all on views. Let me go through here. All right, so you're gonna hit your menu button. You're going to skip over to Q mode, hit OK, and these are your different views that you can do. You can do a 1-2 split, a 1-3 split, a 1-4 split, a 2-3 split, a 2-4 split, a 3-4 split. You can do the quad view. Only stays up for a few seconds, guys, if you don't make a selection. We're on the quad view right now. The other view is a quad where you got two taller screens and two smaller ones in the center. So if you've got something you want to focus more on, you can put that in the bigger screen. One other thing that I have got to absolutely just thank Haloview for. One problem that we was having with this camera, not a problem, one issue that we were having with this camera was the front facing camera. I'll tell you why. On the front of these cameras is, I'm sure you can see those little infrareds there. There's four infrareds. There's 2 on one side, 2 on the other side. At nighttime, shooting down the side of the trailer, amazing. They're absolutely amazing. They say a 35-foot range, but I'm gonna say more like maybe 50 to 60-foot range, because I can see all the way down the side of the trailer in pitch black with the infrareds on this outside cameras. The issue we had with the front camera was, as you can see, it is mounted inside the windshield. So those infrareds would kick on at night. They would hit the windshield, they would reflect back into the camera. So our camera was just turning out to be a big blur. Just a mass of white. So I got a hold of the guys there at Haloview, and I said, is there a way for me to turn those infrareds off or turn off the night vision so at least it stays in day mode so the infrareds don't come on? He said, there is. He said, let me send you a video. So he sent me a video showing me how to remove, let me set it down here so you can see it better, this little cable. Now, before anybody freaks out, there's 4 Allen screws on the back of this camera. That splits these 2 halves apart. You pull it apart. Inside there is a control board, and there's, I believe, 2 or 4 screws on that. You take those out, and the cable is right there hooked up to the, you unhook this cable, and what that does is that does away with the infrareds, so it shuts the infrareds completely off because they can't get power. But the one thing that it does that I personally liked was it stops the camera from kicking into night mode. So even at night, the camera will still stay in color, because what happens when the cameras kick into night mode is the image goes black and white. Obviously, most people know that on a drive camera. By taking this off, the image now stays in color, which some of you might think, I don't know if I'd want that at night, but with your headlights shining and other light around you, it's a beautiful image at night. It's still a crystal clear image. Since it's going through the windshield with the headlights on, it's still a really nice image, you guys. So that took care of our problem. That's the only issue we have with this system. That's the only issue we had. And he said he didn't have a video of how to do it, but he said, give me an hour or so. And he said, me and one of our guys will go through and we'll take one apart and we'll show you how to do it step by step. Within an hour and a half, I had a video in my on my messenger showing me exactly how to do it. They actually took the time to do that for me, to show me how to do that. So now our image at night is basically this, looking out the front. It stays in color rather than switching over to infrared. This is an amazing system. This thing has been recording now. I think we've had this for 3 or 4 weeks. And like I said, with the 4 camera system or the 3 camera system set up like this, it even records longer. I believe it's 8 days it'll record because the images are actually smaller. So I think it goes 8 full days before it starts writing over the card. It's got a 128 gigabyte card in it up here at the top, which I purchased like 30 bucks, something like that. It wasn't that much. It's really gloomy out here today. It's been raining all day. It's overcast. So, You know, the pictures are a little darker because there ain't a whole lot of sun right now, but it's got an absolutely amazing image. It's worked absolutely flawless. It's never cut off. It's never stopped recording for any reason. It's never froze up, which are all issues that we've had with every single drive camera we have ever owned. So once again, I mean, I got to thank these guys at Haloview. I really appreciate them giving us the opportunity to get a set of these and try them out. And I mean, I am extremely thankful that they actually sent me 2 more cameras to review for them for external use. This won't be the last you hear of us on these. This is more of a review on, you know, the external cameras that they did send to me. But it won't be the last you guys hear from us on this Haloview. I mean, this thing has just been working flawlessly, and we'll continue to kind of keep you guys updated on how it's doing and all that stuff. I'll also get a link down in the description for you guys so that you know where to go if you want to purchase one of these. On the cost, we didn't have to pay for our system. I'm going to tell you right up front. Haloview was generous enough to send us this system for free. We've got the wireless system, so there's no cables or nothing plugged into the DVR here or the monitor. It's completely wired. All the cameras are wireless. You got one cable going to it, which is a very small cable, which is this cable right here. This little connection is just so you can split it real quick if you need to move the camera, but this is the only wire going to it. That's it, and that's only 12 volt. And again, I'll get a link for you down in the description if any of you are interested. Don't be afraid to get a hold of these guys on Facebook either. Haloview, if you search Haloview on Facebook, you'll bring up their site. You message these guys. Now remember, these guys are over in Japan, so their time is different than ours, but you message them and they will get back to you as soon as they get in, and they'll answer any questions you have. I know one of the gentlemen that I've been working with there, he's been answering questions for you guys down in the comments also. So that's about it. That's all I got for that. If you guys get one, you got any questions for me, or if you got any questions for them, get a hold of them or get a hold of me, and I'll try to help you all I can. All right? Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching this review on the Haloview.